Hey everybody, Lance from Crimson Tips here. I just want to give a really quick shout out to the Boss Corporation who let me explain. We had a gig coming up and my venerable, much beloved PV Bandit Red Stripe 112 finally kicked the bed. As most of you may or may not know, I love to play solid state amps. They're lightweight, reliable, relatively cost effective. I just think that they're great. So I always use solid state amps. I've never used a modeling amp in my life. I've never used a Fender Mustang or a PV Viper or Line 6 anything, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to, anyway, I needed to get a hold of another amp to sit there and go do this gig that we had coming up. And I says, okay, let me look around, you know, I might try to get the Bandit fixed, but I ain't got time, all that kind of stuff. So I was doing a lot of research on YouTube, as I always do anyway, because I'm like kind of a gear junkie, and I just kept thinking about, you know, that Katana 50 watt amp looked and sounded great from everything I ever seen on all the reviews. So I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So I went to Guitar Center, tried it out, bought it, brought it to the rehearsal bass. It kept up, played fine, sounded great, but you never know until you're actually at a gig. And in our band, Crimson Tips, you know that John, the drummer, is just a pounding drummer. He's a heavy drummer. And Kyle on bass, his bass tone is massive. It's not a normal bass tone. Go look up any vids or something like that of us playing live. It's really loud. It's slammingly heavy, and it's very distorted. You know what I mean? So for me to get over that, I usually need a little bit of volume. You know, it's not an easy job. This 50 watt Katana, I'm telling you now, completely handled it. I had the thing at half volume. And at one point people said, you know, can you lower that down a little bit? Can you just neck it down? I'm like, all right. Completely kept up with those guys live. This was in a bar. Nobody was mic'd up. So it's literally you are playing to the volume of the drummer. So you got the bass player kicking it at a certain volume. And when you got a loud drummer, you better be kicking it. And we got my amp keeping right up there, and it had a lot more room to go. So I just want to give a big shout out to Boss, because they really created something for a low amount of money that does an incredible job. If you're looking for something simple too, because for live use it's only got 2 channels, and you can set it up and program those channels as you want them before you take the stage. I have mine set distortion and distortion with delay, and that's all I use. Distortion with delay on the solos, and my regular distortion sound for the other 95% of the songs that we're playing. And to say that this thing was easy and lightweight, and that's another thing, by the way. When you're out playing clubs, you don't know where you're going to wind up parking your car. Some you can park right by the back door and you're in and out. Other places you can park your car. You're going to be walking a block to the gig. Sometimes 2, you know, depending on where you're playing in the city. You know what I mean? Can't double park it. You don't know what you're doing, so you're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I'm telling you now, I got off the stage, threw my guitar in the case, grabbed my spare guitar, picked up that amp, and I bought the optional foot pedal for it, the Boss FU5 latching, I don't know what the hell, I can't remember the serial number, and I threw it in the back of the amp, and I was off that stage in 90 seconds. Kyle turned around and he was laughing with me later about it. He said, he goes, we finished the set, I turned around, I'm wrapping up my cords, I looked over and you were gone. He goes, you had already cleared your shit off the stage. I said, dude, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? I said, I had that thing broken down in 90 seconds and I gutted my stuff off. I went back to help the guys because I was just like, this is nuts. It only took a couple minutes to break everything down off the stage. So I just want to give, again, a big shout out to Boss for creating such a cool working man amp that sounds great, plays great, has good effects built into it so you can go out and do what you got to do. It's plenty loud. I don't really know who the hell would need the 100 watt version. I mean, if you're playing any place where you need the 100 watt version, you are going to be mic'd up. I'm not joking. I don't know. I mean, you're going to be, we've played a lot of big venues, and the first thing they do is throw a mic in front of your cab, and they say, can you play as low as humanly possible? Which I like, because I like low stage volume whenever we can get away with it. You know, my hearing's screwed up enough. I don't need to have this stuff blaring all the time. So usually whenever we play bigger places, I've had 100 watt amps where they're sitting there like, you know, I've got the thing on 2, and they're like, you know, that's a little loud. Can you lower it? And I'm like, yeah, come on, you know. So literally, for an event where you're playing bars, clubs, anything, the 50 watt version can handle it. It can do it. It's really easy to carry. You're out $220. The thing is, it's just a win-win-win. So if you're thinking about buying one of those things, go for broke. And if you, to the Boss Corporation for making it, God bless you. And on top of that, just to let you know, go out there and look at a ton of reviews. I'm not going to do one of those videos where everybody is like saying, oh, here's the 18,000 different sounds, and here's how you download the 4,000 effects, and here's how... There's a million fucking videos like that out there. Go look at them. They're done with way more patience and bullshit than I would do. I'm just here to tell you, it's a great amp at a great price that's extremely portable, can keep up with any live band setting, and have a little bit extra still in the can. It's a win-win. So, Big Boss, you guys kick it in the ass that time. God bless. All right, people. Peace.